Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about the Sony A7 IV. Are you ready for this camera? Because I know I am. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so what's up? So today we're talking about the Sony A7 IV. I know that we're all waiting for this camera, and I know that you've been seeing a lot of people dropping videos about this camera and the specs in the last day or so. So I wanted to talk about it also. I'm so ready for this camera. Like I mentioned before, I did play around with the Sony A7 III for a short couple of weeks before I bought the Sony Oh man, I'm messing up so bad today. Before I bought the Sony FX3. Now I love the Sony FX3, it is amazing. But what I would like is another camera to pair with my Sony FX3. And I feel like if they do it right, the Sony A7 IV will be the best camera for that fit. You know, they talking about 33 megapixel. Yeah, that's going to be great. It's going to make the image look good. It's going to make the image definitely look good for photographers. Pairing them together with the new G Master lenses, I feel that's going to make out for a great sharp image. And I think, they're definitely outdoing the competitors. Canon's got the Canon R6 and it only does 20 megapixels. The Panasonic S5, I don't know the exact megapixels, but I'm pretty sure it's around the 20 mark also. So these are pretty low megapixel cameras. So Sony is definitely going to come out on the win on the megapixel side, but it's also what I'm hoping they do is definitely put them video features in there also. So us video guys that mainly use our cameras for video definitely win. I'm hoping that they definitely do 10-bit recording. Now I don't see why they wouldn't. From what I understand and from Sony Rumors, they are putting in the SD card slot side, they're putting in for the Fast A cards. So I'm guessing that the reason that they're doing that, or why the rumors are talking about doing that, is because they're going to have 10-bit codecs, or they're going to, have a brand new processor in it that's going to allow it to take, so many frames per second, kind of like the A1, but not as aggressively. This camera should be awesome as long as all these rumors that are coming out, if they are true. Now, obviously we don't know for 100% sure. I think Sony Rumors said they were 99% sure or something like that on some of these specs. Now, I know a while back around April, or maybe it was before that, what's his name, Jared Fro, I can't remember his name exactly. I'll put it right here on the screen. I know he dropped a video a while back, probably about 6 months ago now, and he dropped some of the video specs. Now, I'm going to pop that up on the screen right here. Those video specs, I'm hoping we really get, because like I said, I want to have this camera, for one, to take some photos. I want to get back into a little bit of photography. I know my FX3 can take some photography, but I'd like to have a camera that's definitely for that. So having this Sony A7 IV with the 33 megapixels will definitely do me that justice. But I want this camera mainly, like I said, to pair with the Sony FX3. So if I ever need a second camera when I'm vlogging or doing some kind of interview or something like that, or I'm starting to get into shooting weddings, having a second camera with the same color science, same full, being full frame, things like that and of that nature will help my production company that I'm trying to get up off the ground and help my YouTube channel. Now, let's talk about the price for a second. I'm hoping that they stay around that $2,500 mark, right underneath there. I think that's going to be that sweet spot. But I'm not no marketing person or, some financial aid person. But I think that would be the sweet spot, and I know that that would help me be able to afford it. But hell, we all hope that's cheaper than that. Am I wrong? Being cheaper would definitely help. I know when they dropped the Sony A7 III, they underpriced everybody at that time. If I remember correctly, when the Sony A7 III came out, it was around $2,000. And there was a couple other companies that dropped the cameras right around the same time, and they were higher. Well, now if you look, the Sony A7 III did so good, and it still holds up so well, that those cameras have dropped like 50% in their price, how much they cost now. The Sony A7 III is still bringing around 1,700 bucks. Sometimes you can catch it on Amazon for like 16 1610 or 1650, something like that. When I purchased mine, I did get it on a deal at 16 something on Amazon, so watch out for that. All around, you know, the Sony A7 III was legendary. It was an amazing camera. Like I said, I did have it for a little while, and I loved that camera. The only thing that camera was really missing was the flip out screen. So fingers crossed the Sony A7 IV does have the flip out screen, which I'm sure it will, being the, you know, their full frame camera that is, you know, their introduction full frame camera other than the Sony A7C. I feel like they will definitely be missing out if they don't put the flip out screen in there. Another thing that I'm also hoping for, guys, I know I bounce around a lot. I'm not like your typical YouTuber. I do bounce around a lot, and I'm working on that, but I'm a little ADHD. So yeah, back to the camera. I'm hoping, and most definitely, they definitely will put that 60 frames per second in there, 4K. We definitely need that. And it's time, guys. Like, you know, all their other Sony cameras, the ones that they're still putting out, like the Sony ZV-E10 and their other APC cameras, they're all just, you know, that 4K 30. And, you know, their new full frame camera needs to do 4K at least 60 frames per second. You know, to keep at that price range at around $2,000, $2,500, you know, to be an entry-level camera, we got to have that 60 frames 4K. Definitely got to have it. Now, I'm hoping, and I'm sure they still will, I didn't see this on Sony Rumors, is the Sony A7 IV still going to have the 6K, you know, downsampled to 4K? Are we still going to get that? I hope so. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. Guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Sony A7 IV, throw that on the YouTube channel, and you know, I pray that this camera, oh, another thing I want to talk about is I pray that this camera comes out sooner than later. They've been talking about this camera since, like I said, way before April, and you know, it's time. Now, I understand, and I don't want nobody to hit me in the comments like, you dummy, we're waiting on the chip shortage. I understand that. But I hope, like, if they're going to say, like Sony Rumors are talking about October, well, you know, if they're talking about October, come on, let's be able to put our pre-orders in October. And hell, I'd be happy if I had to wait until, you know, November, December to get my camera. I would understand that. But, you know, I would still even be happy if they just told us about the camera any day now. I'm ready to get this camera. I'm ready for it to be a real thing, for Sony to really announce it and let us know that we're getting it. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for watching this video. You know what to do. If you hit that like button, it helps other people see my video. And, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Guys, I will catch you on the next one. Leave a comment down below. Are you going to get the Sony A7 IV or what? Later.